Hi there, it's Tankerl, and today I wanted to give you a quick little update about the Nokia N79. I've actually been using this device for a couple of months now. I got it from Nokia Blogger Relations, and it's been really a nice little device to have. So I wanted to give you guys the kind of little summary lowdown of what I thought of this. And basically it comes down to this. As I mentioned when I unboxed it, this phone is basically one of the best N series you can get for the money. It came out at the same time as the N85, and it has almost got the same features as the N85, but it's a candy bar phone instead of a slider. And so but the features are pretty much the same. There's a 5-megapixel camera with a lens cover back here. And it's got autofocus and macro and a dual LED flash, and it has a Zeiss lens. And then it's got an accelerometer, as you can see, like all the sensors that are equipped on modern Feature Pack 2 phones. This is a Feature Pack 2 device. It has GPS with both assisted and actual satellite. It has 3G. This is only US 3G on this device. The N85 had this tri-band 3G, which is for Europe and the US. So this is only the US 3G. Well, I should say it's only for AT&T. It has Wi-Fi. And as you can see, it's very, very sexy. I mean, it has the same kind of design language as the upcoming N97, the white N97. And I think it's very, very hot. I think that I'm hoping to be able to get my N97 in white, my review unit. So what's cool about this phone is that it's kind of a sleeper, and this is what I said in my review, which is coming up on my blog. It is very thin for an N series, and it's pretty lightweight and quite small. And so, you know, it's really, you pull it out and people just think, oh, look, you have a Nokia candy bar. They don't think you have a fully fledged N series device in your hand. And that's kind of one of the things I like about it. It makes it rather understated in some ways. So lightweight, thin, pretty feature packed. I think for the price, this is probably one of the best N series you can get. And in that sense, I think that it's, you know, it's going to be kind of one of those long-term successful products for Nokia, because I don't think people really know about it too much yet. It was overshadowed by the N85 when it came out. So how is it different than the N85? As I said, there's this only US 3G instead of tri-band world 3G. And what are the differences? The screen is smaller. This is a 2.4-inch versus the 2.6 on the N85. The N85 also has an OLED display. This is just an active matrix thin film transistor LCD, standard type of color screen. Oh yes, the other big difference is, as you can see here, there is a charger port, a standard Nokia charger port on this phone. The N85 charges over USB only. This charges over the standard port only. So that's one of those are pretty much the main differences. The camera is spec'd the same, and as I mentioned in my N85 review, and as well mentioned in my N79 review, which you will see later today, I'm a little disappointed with the camera. I mean, for the price, it's perfectly okay. It is a decent camera overall, but knowing what Nokia's done in the past with its 5-megapixel cameras, this phone and the N85 for that matter just don't come up to that level of quality. The N95 and the N82, which are also have the same camera specs, are much better. This has a lot of problems with low light. I think that the sensor is too small and noisy, and I'm hoping I'm wrong and they can fix this in firmware, but I have a feeling probably that won't happen. Finally, I just wanted to say there's one little design thing that I think could be improved. there's a slider up here, like for locking the keys. And I love the sliders on the N series, but I think that ergonomically, this is not the best place for it. As you can see, I'm holding it right here, and I have to kind of like reach up there and slide. I want to have it on the side down here, like the N85 or like the 5800, or on the side here near my index finger. That's, I think, where the N86 has it and the N97 have it. Basically, if they could put the slider on the side, I think it'd be better. But that's really nitty-gritty stuff. The overall, you know, this is a pretty decent phone. The cover here is changeable. There is 2 of them that, well, 3 total that came with the phone. There is a red one as well and a brown one. If you look at my pictures of the unboxing, you'll see the 3 colors. I like the white. I think that the overall white vibe of this phone is quite excellent. So, you know, to summarize, great phone for the money, a bit of a sleeper. People don't seem to know about it. The camera could use some improvements, although it's pretty decent. It's feature-packed. It has all the latest technology from Nokia for a Symbian S60 version 3 device. I really do like that blood red theme color here. It's very hot. And so overall, I think, you know, I recommend this. I've used it for 2 months now. And not quite as extensively as I use my N85, but I did like it. It's definitely on my recommended list, and mostly because, you know, people just don't seem to know much about it, and then they discover, wow, this is an N series you're holding. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to say before I go. It's, as I said, thin and light, which is good, but it's kind of slippery. There's no sharp edges anywhere, which is kind of nice, but because the back is very shiny, it tends to kind of slip out of your hand easily. Not today, because it's very hot today, and my hands are rather sweaty. But on a dry day, I've actually dropped this phone a couple of times, and it's very resilient. There was been no visible damage whatsoever. But nonetheless, be aware that you might want to look at getting a case for it. But yeah, that's about it. Check out my review on my blog later today. Tankgirl Mobile is tnkgrl.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.